Alright, so basically, the fisting that Pokemon was giving me at the end of the last video, it didn't stop. So, I wanted to be able to do the Galarian Star Tournament. In order to do the Galarian Star Tournament, you have to complete all of the sub-stories of this, except, well, you don't have to do the Swords of Justice stuff with Sonia, but you have to do all the stuff with Peony. So you have to do the Regis, the Galarian forms, the Cantonian birds, and you have to do the stuff that you unlock after you're doing the Regis. So I have to do the Regis now, and I don't want to play through this again anytime soon, so I'm just going to start my Reggie Shiny Hunt instead of doing, like, Suicune and stuff. I'll probably alternate in between, like, Suicune and Registeel, and then just, like, as I get those, we'll switch between them, just to keep my sanity, because I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, another thing is, so I said I was going to hack in some, like, Master Balls and stuff, right? But because I don't have a Nintendo Online subscription for this account, I can't do that. Not that the way that I could do it was going to work anyways, because Oak's Lab isn't even available right now. Hopefully it's just they took it down just for the run-up to the new game, and there wasn't much interest in this right now. I really hope that's what it was and they didn't get shut down, because that's a very useful resource. Let me just double check. I just want to make sure my properties, here we go. Yes, okay, it's using the right microphone. Want to make sure it's going through NVIDIA broadcast anyways. So yeah, I can't even get Master Balls. So, oh, you know what? That's what I should probably do. Yeah, let's go buy some more repeat balls. So also, I didn't realize that timer balls are actually a lot more useful than they used to be. Because it used to be that they took a very long time to build up to being useful, but actually they've gotten pretty good. So they start after like turn 10, they start being they're at their max effectiveness, which is like 4 times catch rate. So that's not too bad. And then on top of that, I believe we'll see when I encounter the Reggie here, but I believe I can use repeat balls, which have a slightly better catch rate than Dusk balls. Let's buy 70. I'm sure 99 will be plenty. It'll run out of turns long before that anyways. But that's once we even get a shiny. First we have to get that far. So I do have a strategy. I did spend my day off coming up with a plan for this. So if you notice when we come out here, we got my Zero Aura, my shiny Zero Aura from the when Isle of Armor launched. There was like the raids that you could do, and then if enough people did the raids, then Nintendo gave everyone that did them a shiny Zero Aura, which was, I thought that was pretty neat. Anyways, so we'll activate this. So the way we're going to do this is, I don't know if saving with those activated will work. If not, it's fine. Basically, we will KO these Registeels, because even though normally getting KOs would somewhat buff the, I don't know why I'm in this menu. Normally getting the KOs would somewhat buff the shiny rate, a very, very small amount. But because this is a static encounter, it doesn't help. So yeah, we're just gonna do it this way and have at it. So unfortunately, I hadn't considered that this being shiny, my Zero Aura, it's gonna make this kind of a pain in the ass. So what I might do, actually, since I'm going to be doing KOs, might not be a bad time to actually level up, like, anything that I want to level up. Might do that. I was just going to soft reset every time, but, I mean, if there's some reason to keep the XP, maybe not. We'll see how far and how much of a pain in the ass this is. Yeah, we'll just be, basically we'll KO 8 times till we're out of close combats. And then we will reset, or we'll go heal or something. I'm not going to bother using ethers because, as I've discovered, there is no way to buy ethers. So I believe with close combat, with my whole setup, because I EV trained this Zero Aura and everything, I actually have it just fast enough that when I eventually do Registeel and Regidrago, or specifically Registeel, it'll just barely outspeed Registeel. I don't know how helpful that'll be, but being that I won't be able to T-wave it, I'm sure it'll be at least a little helpful. But yeah, we'll see how far in with this we get tonight. Being the encounters are a little bit faster, even with like the extra nonsense that I have to do, or it might be a little bit faster. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I should have made a close combat my first move instead of false swipe. But I made false swipe the first move because just in case the shiny does spawn, I can't like be mashing A and accidentally OHKO it. But yeah, so I'm hoping this Zero Aura will be good for all of the Regis. I don't know if it'll end up being good for Regigigas at the end, but we'll worry about that when we get there. But certainly for Regice and or Regice, however you want to say it, and Registeel, it should be perfect. And then Regieleki, it should be fine. Regidrago, it'll be more than good enough. I'm a little worried about Regirock only because Regirock has just enough defense that I'm not guaranteed an OHKO. It's still possible, but if it has max max defense IVs, max HP IVs, and then or even slightly below that, and with a plus defense nature, then it will it might survive a close combat, which I'm not looking forward to. But again, that's for somewhere down the line, and I could change to something else when I do that too. We'll see. Again, I wanted to find something with a false swipe and T-wave that could outspeed Regieleki and hopefully be good enough to like take on all the other Regis. This is as close as you're gonna get, so you know, it should be good enough. And again, if I have to change something else, that's fine. I know it'll work for the first couple I'm gonna do, and so that's what I'm gonna go with. So the thing that sucks is I wanted to do Regieleki first, just because I figured if I'm gonna, since I have to do any of these shiny hunting, and in theory I could have done like I could have like just shiny hunted that, and then when I eventually have to play through Shield again, I could just shiny hunt for Regidrago and all of these Regis there. But to even get to Regieleki, I have to catch all of these no matter what. I can't just defeat them or anything. And I just decided, you know what? Let's just get these shiny hunts out of the way first. I'm not really looking forward to it. But the thing is, because I'm doing this and because I'm going to alternate between this and the Dynamax Adventure shiny hunts, hopefully it'll help me keep my sanity with both of those. With this, because it's going to be tedious, and with the Dynamax Adventures, because I hate them, and I had forgotten how much I hated them, and then Suicune just just obliterated me that first time for no fault of my own. That's the most annoying thing about it. Like the rest of that stream, I know I'm getting back into being a whiny little bitch again. But like the rest of that stream was, you know, it was all bitchy, and it was a lot of it was of my own creation, like trying to catch the legendary birds without fucking, you know, whittling down their health at all, and not understanding that timer balls actually get pretty good pretty early and stuff like that. So like, I kind of did it to myself. I really don't have myself to blame, but that Suicune raid to start was just bullshit. I mean, it really was. Like, I didn't go through to see if any of the silhouettes maybe had, like, a secondary typing that was electric or grass, but none of the typings that were shown were electric or grass. So they're just... Is there an item here? I keep on seeing that little, like, glow. I think it's just, like, a particle effect, like, in this area. But, like, those little shinies look like there's items. Alright, one set down and we, no shiny. Here's another thing. I guess I don't have to, use the last attack. Oh, wait a second. I'm thinking about it now. I did that wrong. I can do 9 before I reset. Okay. Whoops. That's nice. Anyways, because yeah, I realized, oh wait, I don't have to kill it the last time. I can just quit out. But then I realized, oh wait, I could kill it, and then when I don't have any moves, I can still quit out. Anyways. Hey, and the first one, it starts like that. Cool. But yeah, that first Suicune raid was kind of bullshit, and that's why I really don't like those. Because even if you're doing nothing wrong, it'll still screw you over. And especially for something like Suicune, like Kyogre or Zygarde, it's like, okay, well, it's fine if some of them are bullshit difficult. I don't like that either, but at least, like, I'm fine with some of them being very difficult, you know, in theory at least. But when the, like, first one that you're given is just, like, can wipe you without you being able to do anything about it because the AI is just stupid, and the game specifically tells you too that, hey, just use, since you're new to this, don't play with other players, just use the AI. Like, yeah, game? Yeah? Really now? We're doing that, huh? So, anyways, I don't want to bitch about it too much. The big thing was yesterday I went into that stream in a bad mood, and it just, then right off the bat it went south, and there was no recovery for it. But hopefully someone takes pleasure in my misery there, because, yeah. Alright, sorry, just checking on something real quick. Oh yeah, still no ticker for, music. It's Harris Heller. Look up Stream Beats by Harris Heller on Spotify. You'll find them. This one specifically, I believe, is the Groove album. God damn it. It really does not help. This is like the one time that the slight delay for playing through my OBS window instead of like the normal window is actually hurting me. Also, I have no idea if my audio might be a little wonky, just because of moving my setup and stuff, and that I've played with the audio a little bit, so, like, my apologies if it is. I don't think it'll be, but, you know. I'm not good at monitoring the audio, so I'm just always worried about that, and I'm way too lazy to go back and watch my own streams, so if there is an issue, you know. I don't think there is, though. I think it's fine. All my audio level stuff looks to be in the same place. The only thing is the music might be a little bit quieter than normal, but, like, I think that's also just the song in this case. Because, like, I have my headphones turned way down, but as far as I can tell in OBS, that doesn't affect anything. So, eh. Also, because I'm not doing this like through eggs and stuff, and I'm gonna be like resetting and whatnot, it is very possible that I get the total whatchamacallit, the total count wrong. So sorry, but just consider it a general estimate, not a hard, solid fact. You know, if anything, the last 4 years has taught me is that facts don't really exist. It's just how you feel, right? Let's not get too far down that road on this stream. Anyways. But yeah, so since I can't do this through eggs, the shiny rate is something, I want to say it's like 1366 or something like that. It's like, that's what it is. It's something better than the old games, but nowhere near as good as eggs. Because eggs are like 1 in 512. This is, again, it's 1 in 1300 something. I don't remember exactly what it is. Because there's also, with normal, like if I went out into the grass to go encounter stuff, as you knock stuff out and whatnot, it actually, you slowly get a slightly better chance of a shiny. It's a super confusing way that they do it. Basically, you get a chance of getting an improved shiny rate. So I believe at best, after 500 encounters, you get a 3% chance of having a 1 in 512 chance. And then the other 97% of the time, you still have like the 1300 and whatever chance. So, it's even with that, it's still over 1 in 1300. So it's somewhere in there, but again, it's just under like 1 in 1400, and then it's just over 1 in 1300 with the boosted encounter rate. But the thing is, because of the way that works, this is considered by the game as a static encounter, which because of that, it means that like encounters boost or whatever doesn't take any effect. But as far as everything that I have seen, it appears that the shiny charm does work. Otherwise, this is a 1 in 4,000 chance of getting the shiny, and I'm not going to be happy about it. We'll see. Well, once we get to the end of doing the Reggies, we'll have an idea. Or at least, it'll be a long time before I do Regidrago, I'll be honest. I know I haven't actually picked which of the Reggies I want to do yet, because I actually have to catch the other 3 Reggies first before you do the thing where you get to pick which, between Regieleki and Regidrago. So I haven't gotten to that yet, so I could pick Regidrago, but I don't care. Who the hell would pick Regidrago? I don't know that it is any good. Like, Regieleki is fantastic, because it is quite literally the fastest Pokemon in the game. Like, it's not even close. But, what was I gonna say? But yeah, the thing is, so since you have to pick which one you want, I don't want close combat on you. Yeah, I don't want close combat on you. But yeah, so since you have to pick which one, you can't get the other one in this game. So in order to shiny hunt that, I will have to play through Shield. Again. Which would make that my 5th playthrough of this generation. Needless to say, not looking forward to that. Not anytime soon. Especially with like the new games coming out soon, and by the time I get anywhere with that, I'm probably gonna just like, you know, by then Legends Arceus should probably be out, and we'll see what shiny hunting and stuff is like in that, and then Yeah, it's just, I don't know. We got a long time. Plus, I have plenty of shit to shiny hunt. The main reason why I'm doing these Regis right now anyways is because in order to get the Ultra Beasts and the Dynamax Adventures, I have to catch these Regis. And once I catch them, I can't come back and do the shiny hunt. And since I know it's going to be a while before I do Shield, let's just do this now. Though I didn't look... I don't know if in the Gen 4 games, the original Gen 4 games, I don't know if the Regis were available on those. Because I never played the Gen 4 games, so I have no idea what goes on in those. Which is part of why I'm so interested to play them, because unlike most people, I feel like, I won't have any experience with them, so I'm getting to... I won't have the comparison and be like, oh, well, you know, the old games did this or that or the other. To me, it's just a brand new game. But anyways, I don't know if the Regis were available. I want to say they were, because I want to say Regigigas was added in Gen 4. But the thing is, I don't know what shiny hunting is going to look like in the Gen 4 remakes, especially with the Regis. So like if I can knock out one of these before the new games come out, and then we can, figure out what's going on from there, that's fine. If I find out that I can shiny hunt the Regirock and Regirock and Regice or Regice, if I find out that I can shiny hunt them in that, and the Gen 4 remake, then I'll probably do that just so I can finish all the stuff that's left in this game. Although now that it's going to be such a long gap, I kind of don't care about doing the Galarian Star Tournament, I'll be honest. It's basically the championship tournament at the end of the base game. But you get to do 2v2s, that being specifically you pick a partner trainer versus two opposing trainers in double battles, basically. But again, with AI partners, which is neat. And you do unlock more trainers and stuff as you do it more, so like there actually is a little bit of progression with it, which I didn't realize, but like it's not meaningful progression in any way, so I don't care. It's just, there's no point to it, really. And it's like, it's weird that they added it and you can only unlock it after you do, again, all of this stuff. You have to, after you get the Regis and all the birds and, the base story with Calyrex, then you get the, I forget if all of the Ultra Beasts are available or if it's just Necrozma at first, and then after you catch Necrozma, then the others become available. But it's annoying. Because it's just like, it's not something that seems like it's worth doing all that other stuff to get. Like, I don't know, maybe they should have just added it as an update to the base game, honestly. And then if you get the DLC, then you get, a couple extra trainers for it or whatever. So I don't know. I was interested in doing it just because I had never done it before, but now that I've had to take, kind of a break from it, or a break from progressing through the story to do that, it's like, well, do I really care? I mean, I played through the story of Crown Tundra, right? Like, that was the main point was to get through Crown Tundra and stuff, so that way I could do all the D-Max adventures, shiny hunting, and since we're at that point, and now we're very much at like a stalling point with the progressing through the final little dregs of the game. I don't know. Oh, another thing I did off stream last night. is I went and I got all of the footsteps for the Swords of Justice, that being Cabalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. So I can do those eventually as well. And the thing is, I'm very, very doubtful those will be in Gen... I don't know why I did that. In the Gen 4 remakes, because they're Gen 5 Pokemon, and I think it's pretty safe to assume, if reviewers haven't outright confirmed this already, that there's nothing past Gen 4s in the new games. Or the Gen 4 remakes, that is. Which I think we kind of knew that was going to happen, honestly. Like, you know, I don't think that was a mystery. Like, especially, I mean, I think everyone was hopeful that the eventual Gen 4 remakes would do that. They would put all the Pokemon in and stuff, but like, especially after this game didn't have all the Pokemon in the National Dex, even though I personally don't care. But like, being that happened, it's like, okay, yeah, there's no way it's going to be more than like the first 4 gens. We're lucky that we're getting anything more than like the Gen 4 the Gen 4 Sinnoh Dex, honestly. Because it has been confirmed the stuff that isn't in like the original like regional decks for Gen 4 for Pearl and Platinum, or Diamond and Pearl rather. There is stuff outside of that is coming in. Like, I believe Lantern wasn't in the regional decks originally. But it's already been spotted in like trailers and stuff. In fact, a lot of stuff that isn't in like the regional decks has already been spotted. Okay, we might have to fix that. The whole Zacian like leveling up every time, or specifically asking if I want to like give it the move. So after the next reset, which I believe is right now, actually, should be, we'll probably pull Zacian out. Actually, what I'll do is I'll pull out everything and save again, because there's no reason to do the level ups thing, right? It's just adding more time. Dang it, now I'm kind of wish Zero Aura actually, or that Oak's Lab, rather, was still up, so that way I could just hack in a not shiny Zero Aura, so that way I don't have to see the shiny effect every time, because it is slowing me down ever so slightly, but it is slowing me down. Okay. Let's just do this. Alright, we'll save. Oh, and just a quick little thing here. I guess I could show it, actually, if we do this, but basically, because I don't even need to show it. I have already used a PP max on close combat, so yeah, I can't do like any more of this without resetting, basically. I guess I could have put in theory I could have put superpower on the Zero Aura as well and then got another 8, but the thing is I need all of these, False Swipe, Power Up Punch, and T-Wave for the actual hunt, or like when the shiny actually spawns, because I'll have to double check my damage, or not my damage, with the Smogon damage calculator, but I did like set it up so that way Power Up Punch should like knock it down a very large amount, but it shouldn't kill even with a crit. And then from there, we can just false swipe it. It's just, especially with Registeel, and Regirock for that matter, normal type moves, if you can believe it, don't do very much damage. Especially when they're 40 base power, and you're not a normal type yourself. So, yeah, basically I need to do that, because otherwise you'd be hitting it like 20 times with false swipe before you like do enough damage to whale its health down all the way. Plus, the other thing about Power Up Punch is it boosts your attack. So not only will it not knock out the Registeel, but it'll actually make it so that I should be able to do whatever HP is remaining with like 1 or maybe 2 false swipes. And then T-Wave's there because like you need T-Wave to shiny hunt a legendary. God, I don't ever want to like try and catch a legendary at full health again. That was such a mistake. I guess I must have just thrown Master Balls when I did it before. I don't know, man. Because that was a disaster. And like, it wasn't just the fact that I didn't lower their health. I mean, they are legendaries, and I had forgotten what a nightmare legendaries were to catch, and I don't know how I forgot that, but... Also, I'm pretty sure my count is already off on the shinies, or on the not shinies, rather. The good thing is, because of the way I'm doing it, I can just remember that it's always not a multiple of 9 minus 1, because the first time we only did 8 Regis. Which is a little annoying, especially once we get past like 100. That's when I'm gonna like start kind of losing track of what is a multiple of 9 and whatnot, but until then, we'll be okay. And we'll definitely know when we get up to, when we get up to 899, that, we screwed up. Because unless that ends, like, right on the dot at the end of set, then, you know. So, like, this one I need to get up to 35, and we have... Yeah, actually, we might still be accurate. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. If I really wanted to, like, be perfect about it, I could, 1, be less stupid, and just make sure I'm always, you know, keeping track with that. But also, on top of that, I can just... If I really hated myself, I could go back and watch through my streams again and keep track that way to, like, double-check it. For the record, not happening. Ever. Ever. I'm not watching through 3 hours of my own goddamn rambling. I don't know why anyone else would ever do that. Why the hell would I do it? So, yeah, this is basically going to be my streams for the next little bit. No stream Saturday. That reminds me, I need to remind my friend that I'm not streaming Saturday, because I never told them that, because my schedule has changed slightly. I was going to stream pretty much every day but Tuesdays and Sundays. But this Saturday I can't stream, so I will be streaming Sunday instead. But yeah, so Sunday will be just more shiny hunting. Depending on how I feel. I don't know if I'll alternate into doing Suicunes just yet. We'll see. Depends on how much I am dreading doing more of this, pretty much. Because the thing about the Dynamax Ventures is, yeah, like, it kind of sucks to do. I don't really enjoy them, but Oh my god, it's incredible how you can manage to miss these every single time. Like, the playing through OBS is not helping, but like, neither is like the hitbox for those things. Anyways, yes, I don't like doing the Dynamax Adventures, but it is gameplay at least, as opposed to this. Although this isn't too bad. At least this isn't like doing the raid events. Those are, those can be pretty mind-numbing. And not like in a fun way. See, I don't know. It just depends on how I get with this. But as I was saying, with the Dynamax Adventures, at least it's doing something, so it'll be a nice break. And yes, they're long, but also the shiny rate is so high that like you don't necessarily have to do as many. You know, in theory, you should average 100 for each shiny, as opposed to these, which will average 1,400 for each shiny. Assuming that the people saying that shiny charm works are correct, because there are some people who say that it doesn't. I don't know if that's correct, though. In fact, I'm inclined to believe that it's not, just because so many people have parroted the fact they work. But yeah, we'll see. If I need, I might not alternate too much. Anyways, the point is, we'll be doing shiny hunting all today, all Sunday, whatever form of shiny hunting I do. Monday, I might play Forza Horizon. Well, so here's the thing. I might not stream Monday if Forza Horizon 4, or 5 rather, doesn't want to cooperate with OBS, because I've tried to like record Horizon 4 in the past, and the dumbass like anti-cheat setup that Microsoft and Playground Games and Turn 10 do is just stupid. And it basically makes it so that OBS doesn't work. Or at least the game capture for OBS doesn't work. So you have to do window capture, but like trying to make window capture work properly sometimes is a bitch. And then the other thing is the dumb way that they do the resolution and window size in windowed mode for the Forza games, and like a lot of Xbox games actually, Xbox on PC that is if you go to window mode, it defaults to a 4:3 window, and like you'll set your resolution, but that's completely independent of the window size, and it makes absolutely zero goddamn sense. So like if I can, like, yeah, you can resize the window to be 16:9, but you have to manually drag the window out to do that. And so, unless you get it exactly perfect, then you end up with black bars, and then also OBS capturing is, like, gonna be fucked up. And so it's just, if I can get it to record and stream reasonably well, then I'll play Forza Horizon 5 on stream. And probably most next week will be Forza Horizon 5 instead of shiny hunting. If it doesn't want to behave on stream, we're taking Monday off, so that way I can play Forza, because I do really want to play it. Even if it does seem like a lot of people are saying it's just more Horizon 4. I'm kind of okay with that. I wish there were going to be like more new cars, but also with how many cars were added to Horizon 4 over the years that it was out, most of them being for free too. And yes, I understand it was a lot of like returning stuff, but like, I like, as long as it's like more new content, and like it's new content for a racing game is like just, you know, different variations of driving in different circles, you know, so I'm very easily amused with that. Anyways, I'm okay as long like just being a new locale, I'm fine with that for the game. Give me some new features, some new cars, a new area to explore and drive through and whatnot. And I'm pretty happy with that. Plus, I'm playing it through Game Pass, so like I'm not really paying anything for it. So yeah, I mean like, it's fine. But yeah, we'll play that, and then Tuesday we'll be back to this if Forza Horizon 5 doesn't want to cooperate with me. Also, to be clear, I understand plenty of people are like playing the game on stream and stuff, including people playing on PC. I don't care about what they're able to do. I'm not gonna try too hard with it. At the end of the day, I do want my channel to be mostly Pokemon. With like, occasional plays, playing other games. But like, if the occasional other game doesn't want to cooperate, I'm not going to put too much effort into it. Again, I may just enjoy Forza more playing by myself anyways. So like, eh. But yeah, so we'll see what happens to that, and then past that, so pretty much, assuming Horizon 5 works properly anyways, we'll do Horizon on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then I assume by that point I will have beaten the game as least, like, the main playthrough of the game, and so then I'll have moved over back to shiny hunting for, whoops, tap the box that my microphone is on. And then we'll go back to shiny hunting for a few days, because then Pokemon comes out on that Thursday, the next Thursday. And, come on. Obviously, I'm very, 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 very excited for that. So, yeah, we'll definitely be playing that on release night, for sure. Pretty much as soon as it goes live, we're gonna play it. I need to get on actually pre-ordering that, so that way I can preload it. And then we'll play it Friday night as well. Saturday, I'll be taking the day off from my normal job. Basically Saturday will be an all-day stream. Because I do definitely want to capitalize on it being a new Pokemon game and being on Twitch and try and get new viewers in. But also just because I definitely want to play through as much of that game as possible. The thing is, so on... Actually, I see how I think I might actually be taking that Wednesday off from streaming, actually. The Wednesday before the game comes out. Just because that'll be like... Since I won't be taking the Thursday off, I'll take the Wednesday off. We'll see what happens there. I think I definitely got my count wrong, though. Because I should be at 44 after this. And I don't think I will be. I think I'll be at 43. Well, I'll be at 43 after this next one. I don't think I have any close combats left. Unless one of these actually survived a hit. I don't think it should be possible, though. I thought I did the damage calculation. So that way, no matter what IVs this thing has, I should be able to OHKO it. But I might be wrong. Yeah, I must have hit it twice or something. Or missed one. Anyways, we'll hit it twice, because again, it should be 44. Yeah, so anyways, I think that Tuesday, actually, because I should take that Wednesday off. Anyways, that Tuesday, I will probably not actually shiny hunt. I think I'll just spend the whole day in Pokemon Home just organizing shit and sorting out what do I want to trade away, what do I want to hold on to. Okay, I did remember to save it. Good. What stuff has really good IVs, what stuff has perfect IVs. And just have all my stuff sorted out. So that way, That way it's all good to go. And like I need to do that at some point anyways. Actually think about that. Yeah, well, yeah, anyways. That's, that's a couple weeks in the future, but that's just an idea of how things are gonna go. Again, some of that depends on Forza. If Forza doesn't work, then I'll just take that Monday off, and then the following Thursday, I think I'll stream then instead of taking the Thursday off. But in that case, then we're just going to be doing a lot of shiny hunting, which is okay, because that's what this channel is going to be based around anyways. I don't even know if I did that one. Whatever. We'll say I didn't, and then if we need to, we'll correct it. Hello, Kasai. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the stream, man. We are just looking for a shiny Registeel tonight. I just started this shiny hunt today, so I am not expecting to get it, but we'll see. Yeah, I really need to look at sometime in the future getting something else. Oh, I wonder how Melmetal. Anyways, yeah, I need to use something for this that isn't shiny just to speed things up slightly. If there's nothing that'll work really well, then I won't. Yeah, I have a few Zamazentas. Not in this save, but because I've got a couple from different playthroughs of Shield, and then I have a shiny one from the serial code event recently. Which reminds me, I also need to use that other code that I have for that as well. I was gonna try and use it in the different games for some reason, I guess, but then I realized that, oh right, this profile. Could you get one? Maybe sometime after the stream, or sometime off stream, not tonight, because I'll probably be too busy. But yeah, I could send you one, but not right this moment. You need one for your Pokédex, yeah. I don't know if the event for the shiny dogs, Zacian and Zamazenta, is still going on. If there is, you might be able to actually get a code for one for Sword. You can look into that. If you go to I believe it was game.co.uk. At least that was where I got my codes for that. In fact, you know what? Here, let me do you a favor right now. Since I won't actually need the code, because I already got them, let me find my email for that. It might take me a second here, hold on. It's a little bit buried down. Alright. Here, let me whisper it to you, just to make sure there isn't no, Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to actually do this on... Let me do it on my laptop here. Hold on a second. We're doing things a little bit weird here, but I will whisper you a code for a shiny, hopefully a shiny Zamazenta if I can type it correctly. Alright, I sent you a code. Tell me if that works. I think I typed that correctly. I'll double check it right now, too. Yeah, I believe that's correct. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me make sure that's the right code. I might have given you a code for shield, actually. If I did, you can keep that code, too. I don't know if it'll be of any use for you. Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold it. Well, hey, guess what? You're getting 2 codes, even though one of them you can't use. Alright, that second one that I whispered you, that should give you a shiny Zamazenta. So you'll have to enter it, you'll have to go to the mystery gift area in the game, and then enter that code. Even if the event thing isn't still going on, that code should still be valid for a while, so that should be the ticket for you. But let me know if it doesn't work or whatever. We can figure something else out. Because, yeah, I wasn't sure with the email thing if they were going to send you codes for both or if they were only going to send you one code. So I used 2 different emails on their site and then got both sets. And it's like, oh, you get, you know, both of those per thing. So, yeah, I just hadn't used that one yet. So, there you go, man. Also, short of that, you can also go to the Pokemon Sword and Shield subreddit, and people are still giving out codes like all over the place on that subreddit. You got it? Awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, realistically, even if I did redeem it myself, I was just going to trade it away to someone anyways. So, like, I'd rather give it to someone watching my stream anyways. Alright, this should be the last one of the set. I think that was my last close combat. Now you want a shiny Zacian? Well, that first code will work. The problem is that it only works in Pokemon Shield, so unless you have that, you're kind of SOL. You don't? Yeah. I don't know. Find someone that'll redeem the code for you and then trade it to you? I don't know. But... yeah, I don't know. I I wasn't going to use those codes for anything but trading anyway, so I don't care if you give that first code to someone else or whatever. Go for it. Also, again, if you the reddit.com/r/Pokemon Sword and Shield, I believe is it. There's people trading those shiny dogs all over the place and giving out codes and stuff, so I'm sure you'll be able to find someone that could help you there too. Yeah, man, of course. Like I said, I really didn't have a use for it, so I might as well give it away. And also, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Alright, we're about an hour in and we've done... We'll probably do about like 60, so like 1 a minute. This won't be too bad. It'll only take me 1,400 minutes, which is... I don't want to think about how many hours that's going to take. Never mind, I regret trying to do this math. That's going to be a lot. Oh well. That's okay, it's all stream content. My totally interesting stream. Anyways. Come on. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about the movement and like between this game and the Joy-Cons and the OBS and stuff, and it's just for some reason running over those dots is like the most difficult thing in the game. I didn't remember to have more stuff to talk about during these shiny hunts, because... Yeah, I mean, there's not exactly a whole lot to talk about going, you know, with the game. There's not a lot to comment on. Besides the fact that I still haven't gotten the shiny, so like... that's the wrong move. Hey, there we go. Something interesting happened. That's fine. That's not gonna do a whole lot of damage. Alright, that's enough of that. Also, I forgot to check earlier, but I did just notice that actually Registeel has the Pokeball symbol next to him, which is good. Because I imported one earlier when I was trying to cheese the story stuff. And I tried it a couple different ways. There's no way to do it without actually catching it in-game, because basically catching the one that you encounter in-game triggers the check off for the clue. that Peony gives you. And so just like importing one doesn't do anything for that, which is unfortunate. I get why they did that. I understand. But anyway, but because it's now considered to be in my Pokédex, we can use the repeat balls on it. At least I believe so. Again, it has the Pokeball symbol, so let's hope. Otherwise, I mean, after a couple balls anyways, because I'll throw a quick ball when eventually we get a shiny. Throw a quick ball, that'll be 1 turn. And then hit it with T-Waves, that'll be 2. Hit it with a Power-Up Punch, that'll be 3. False Swipe, maybe. So we'll throw maybe 6 repeat balls, and then we'll switch over to Timer Balls anyways. Because Timer Balls do have a better... Their max catch rate is slightly better. It's like, for the repeat balls, it's 3.5, and for the Timer Ball, it's... Sorry, I had a burp. I don't know what it is about streaming that makes me so burpy. Like, I really don't get it. Like, I get it that I'm drinking a lot of fluids, but I do that normally during the day anyways. So, I had no idea what causes that. But anyways, yeah, so Timer Balls max out at ×4, and Repeat Balls max are, well, they're either ×3.5 or ×1, because if you don't have it in your Pokédex, it's basically like a regular Pokeball. And, no, there's no way in hell that I'm going to try and catch a shiny with a Beast Ball, in case any dumbass wants to say that, ask if I'm going to do that, because, no. Well, maybe in, like, the Dynamax Adventures, but, like, even then, I don't know. I get that the Beast Ball is cool, because it's different, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's that cool, I'll be honest. Like, in theory, it's cool, because it's like, oh, well, you know, it has such a low catch rate, right? It's like a ×0.1 instead of even like ×1 like a normal Pokeball, unless it's an Ultra Beast. But so it's just yes, okay. But it's just, the thing is, like, you know, in raids and stuff, or in Dynamax Adventures specifically, and then some raids, depending on how it's set up, if you're doing them solo, it's a guaranteed catch. But then, to me, that just, like, kind of defeats the point of, like, the low catch rate, because it's like, well, then, like, you know, it doesn't matter what, I don't know, it's just, the, like, rarity factor doesn't exist anymore for most stuff, and I don't know, I just don't think it looks that cool. Like, it looks, you know, different, for sure. It's very unique, but because every freaking person puts their Pokemon in a Beast Ball now, because, you know, it's so easy. For most stuff, anyways. Again, for, like, the Regis, it would be a nightmare. At least for a shiny. I guess you could just, like, sit here and, like, attempt for, you know, hours to just throw the ball to begin with. I don't know. There's a way to make it not as bad, and since you can repeat this battle anyways, it wouldn't be as bad, but, like, for a shiny or something, it'd be borderline impossible. But for most stuff, it doesn't matter, and so everyone puts all their stuff in Beast Ball anyways, and it's like, any cool factor that it would have had is completely lost, because who cares? I really can't wait for, like, to see exactly what the Pokeball customization in the Gen 4 remakes is going to be. Because I know it mentioned, like, stickers, I think, but, like, oh, come on. I don't know, I'm just very curious to see how that all is going to work. I know a lot of that I could probably just look up right now because a lot of that information has come out already. But since I do I don't want to like have everything about the game spoiled for me. Like I say that, I really don't care, but pretty much like if it's not something that I see in like the front page of Cerebi, I just don't care enough about it to go look it up because I'm gonna play the game, right? So it doesn't really matter when I find out about it. But yeah, I am interested because like it would be cool to at least change like the color palette of the balls and like, you know, like the effect it does when like it etches or Pokemon goes out. Primarily when the Pokemon goes out, I guess is what I would care about, right? Because just having, you know, some more customization over your mons is always cool. Yeah, I am looking forward to that. Even though knowing Game Freak... Well, actually, let me take this back. It's not even being developed by Game Freak, so... With how bad Game Freak is carrying over features from their own games, there's no way in hell that like ends up in future games, which is unfortunate. But I don't know, maybe they'll prove me wrong. They probably won't. Game Freak very rarely proves anyone wrong about much of anything, except for proving how much they can get away with this franchise and still not lose fans. At least enough that they have to, like, actually start changing as a company. I do find it funny that the two biggest developers of Pokemon content, or Pokemon games, Game Freak and Niantic, also seem to be in a competition of who can piss off their fan bases the most. Hey guys, you know those like wildly loved changes that were made to Pokemon Go when the pandemic hit? Yeah, we're gonna take those away even though everyone wants them to remain. And then, wait, what do you mean everyone's pissed off about it? Okay, I guess we'll keep some of them. So stupid. Anyways, I guess I'm slipping back into the bitching about everything mode. I don't know what it is about Crown Tundra that does it to me, but... Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's because the legendaries are just don't like me. I can't wait to get to the point with this where I finally get a shiny and then I still manage to like take too long to catch the Pokemon and it kills itself with a struggle, and eventually that will happen to me. Like, being that I'm going for a shiny dex, there's a not insignificant chance that eventually that happens, and that's part of why I'm doing breeding for most of my stuff, because I just don't want to risk that. But like, I mean, even just between the Regis and the Swords of Justice, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you can only get shiny via catching. But just like with that stuff in these games is already enough to be concerning. Because I'm dreading it. I really am. Like, I dread that enough in the, in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Just when I do my shiny hunts in that. Because I'm always like, I'm gonna throw one ball, it's gonna not catch, and then it's gonna run away instantly. Eventually it'll happen. Granted, though, I hopefully won't be doing a whole lot more hunts than that, because I won't need to. Just between this game and the Gen 4 remakes, and then we'll see what happens with Legends Arceus as well. I am concerned that I'm gonna end up having to buy a Let's Go Pikachu at some point, though, because it seems like, so far at least, that Mankey's gonna be an issue. I don't want it to be, but it seems like it's going to be. Because it's not available in Let's Go Eevee in any way, and it's not in Sword or Shield at all, and it hasn't been confirmed for the Gen 4 remakes. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. And I should say, it also hasn't been confirmed for Legends Arceus, but very little has been confirmed of that game so far, so, you know, that could change. The thing is, as long as, even if, like, so I'll probably get, I believe Diamond version is what I'm gonna get for the Gen 4 games. Which I'll double check, but again, having not ever played the original Gen 4s, I don't know which one has Dialga, which is the one that I prefer, the legendary that I prefer. Personally, I think Palkia looks really freaking stupid. Dialga isn't great either, but at least it looks pretty cool. Or I don't know how they are, like, usage-wise, but just in terms of looks, Palkia looks stupid and Dialga looks okay. Decent, but more than okay, it's decent. But yeah, so say, like, Mankey is in the Gen 4 remakes, but it's not in whichever version I get. As long as they're still breeding, that's fine, because, like, I have a Mankey and a Primate from, I guess it would have to be for Pokemon Go. So, like, as long as I can breed them, we're fine there. But if it's not in the game at all, then you won't be able to import it to be able to breed. So, yeah. That's why I'm worried. Especially because, again, so far as I know, it hasn't been confirmed that all of Gens 1 through 4 are available. A lot of stuff is confirmed, but not all of it. Which is... It's weird that we're so close and we don't know that yet, especially because, like... Have reviews come out for the games yet? I know a bunch of information came out from, like, Polygon and stuff like that. Because, like, we know that, like, the EXP share is always on and can't be turned off. There's autosave, but you can turn that off and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's a little worrying that we don't know that yet, but also I don't know if they were allowed to, like, confirm what Pokemon are in what games and whatnot yet. So, I don't know why I did that so early. Whoops. Let's try that again. I also don't know why I ticked it down, because it doesn't matter. Alright, still not shiny. Surprisingly enough, I know. So hopefully I can get through around like 200 of these tonight. I feel like that's a pretty good goal. But we'll see what happens. Because it does seem like I'm able to do like one a minute, but yeah, we'll see. Fortunately, my right Joy-Con having issues doesn't affect the movement. Because, like, movement is one of the few things that you can't do with either Joy-Con. Usually for, like, menu stuff, you can use either Joy-Con, so, like... As soon as we get through all this crap. So, like, right now I'm moving with the left Joy-Con, and now I'm using the right Joy-Con. So fortunately, the Joy-Con the right one isn't acting up at all right now, which is thankful, thank God. But God, I couldn't imagine trying to like run over those dots every time with like the Joy-Con screwing it up. Yeah, with Let's Go Eevee. Eventually I want to play through that on stream. It's going to be a while. It probably won't happen until at least February. Because it'll be after Let's Go, not Let's Go, but Legends Arceus, for sure. I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could do it in December, I guess, but like, it would be weird if I don't have enough like other stuff to do between now and Legends Arceus. Because like, yeah, obviously there'll always be shiny hunting, but like that's gonna be such a slow burn that I'm not worried about like about that. I always want to be able to do some sort of Pokemon playthrough. And I feel like that could be a fun one. Especially that won't be shiny hunting or anything. But we'll see. But the other thing is that with the shiny hunts, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, honestly, because now that I got what's the last thing I got? Paris? Yeah, it was Paris and Parasect. Because those were another pairing that isn't in these games at all, Sword and Shield. And so I was like, okay, well, let's just knock those out. And I got them pretty quickly. I forget, what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got Geodudes as well, which is another evolution line that isn't in Sword and Shield in any way. So I think like my next one, I was kind of thinking Dodrio. And then I noticed that actually the area that has those actually has Eevees. So what I might do is actually, I might just do an Eevee hunt. Because like I'm gonna need, I believe, 8 Eevees at this point. Because I have one shiny Eevee so far. And I believe I will need, yeah, it should be 8 more, right? Because the original trio, and then the 2 from Gen 2, so that's 5. The 2 from Gen 4, so that's 7. And then Sylveon, so that's 8 total that I'll need. But that is in doing those, odds are other stuff will probably spawn in the process as well. So hopefully that other stuff that'll spawn will be like Doduo or Ponyta is another thing that was in that area. So that way, yeah, I mean, pretty much everything in that area that's common, which I think is pretty much just Doduo and whatever the other one is at Ponyta. Pretty much all of that stuff is like stuff that I still need, but there is a slight concern that, because there is I believe Pidgey and Rattata is in that area as well, but they're like low chance spawns, so like 5%. Which is good, because like I already have Pidgey and Rattata for their whole evolution line, so I really don't want more of them to spawn. Especially Rattata. I have like 3 extra shiny Rattata. Or I know I have at least 2. I might have a 3rd as well. Same with Akins. Akins, however the hell you want to say it. I have a bunch of extras of those as well, and so it's just like I really don't need more of those to spawn. So hopefully with them being a low chance, and then Eevee will get a boost to its chance because it'll have the since I'll be chaining it, It seems to be the case, and a lot of people agree. There's not like an official confirmation. I don't know that anyone's gone into the code to see if this is true, but it seems like whatever Pokemon that you've like recently been encountering or recently been catching, you see more of them, they get a boosted chance of spawning. So hopefully between that, because Eevee is also only a 5% chance normally, but again, when just anecdotally for me, when you're doing a catch combo, the spawn rate for that Pokemon goes way up. So hopefully between that and then the main two spawns being the Duo and Ponyta, hopefully we don't have too many repeats. I forget what's available for the special spawn in that area. I assume Chansey. I would assume that would have to be it, because it doesn't have a Bulbasaur, Charizard, or the other one, Squirtle. So that was another thing. I wanted to do, I wanted to try and hunt those in the whatchamacallit. God damn, I'm really not that tired tonight, but I'm just like, I'm losing my train of thought really badly. I suppose that's not anything different from normal. Anyways, I wanted to shiny hunt those in Let's Go, but being that they're a rare spawn, it's just, even with the catch combo doing stuff, it just, you get a lot of other stuff spawning. So like, Bulbasaur isn't happening at this point, because Bulbasaur only spawns in the Viridian Forest, and I have literally everything else that spawns in Viridian Forest, I already have shiny. So I'm not even gonna bother with that, because it's just gonna be hours of me getting other stuff to spawn, and I don't hate myself that much to do that, because it's really like, the thing about it is like, you're put in a situation where, say, you know, anything else spawns shiny, something that you don't need. You're in this spot where it's like, well, I can go catch it, and it'll waste my catch combo, which sucks, because now you have to go back and do that again. And it's not like this game where money is really, you know, just like everywhere. Like it does, you know, you have to spend a lot of money on Pokeballs and lures and stuff like that. So you can go catch it, and then you lose your catch combo, and you have to reset. Because, again, because of the whole boosting the catch rate for stuff, even though it doesn't seem to work on the shiny, or on the special spawns, but if you go and you're catching like Rattata or something, it's gonna boost that catch rate through the roof. And I know that it's said in multiple places that like, oh, if you can go and like, you can do a shiny hunt, or you can do a catch combo somewhere else, and then you can go over to a different area, and you'll still have the boosted odds. As far as I can tell, that's bullshit, because I have done that so many times. I've spent hours and hours and hours in Cerulean Cave, and the Rock Tunnel, I believe, is another spot that I did it for. I mean, literally, like, I was in Rock Tunnel for like 4 hours and didn't see a single shiny Pokemon. And to be clear, I understand that, like, some people say, like, oh, well, the stuff can spawn outside of, you know, the area that you can see in those caves, but I don't think that's true, because when I did my Paris, I got a bunch of shinies, you know, fairly quickly, you know, within, you know, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours I had 4 shinies. Whereas when I did the catch combo somewhere else and then came into a cave, I was there for hours and hours and didn't see a single shiny. So I don't think doing a catch combo in one area and then moving to a different area, I don't think the rate carries over at all, which is really annoying. Just because, like, the amount of time that I've spent doing that is a lot. Like, probably at least, like, 10 hours total between Cerulean Cave and Rock Tunnel for absolutely no result. So, Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, where did that start from? Where did that little ramble start from? Anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm not doing the starters as shiny hunts in Let's Go Eevee, because it's a pain in the ass. You have to do your catch combo with them, as far as I can tell. Unless something in my game is just broken. Or at the very least, you have to do it with something in that area. And so it's very helpful to do it with them, just to not be boosting the spawn rate of something else. So that takes forever, and then something else will spawn shiny, and like, oh, I already have that. Do I throw away my catch combo for it? Yada yada. Because your other option is, oh, it's a shiny Pokemon, and you just have to let it run away, and that hurts. That hurts so much. Even when it's something like, again, like Rattata, I have a bunch of extras of, but it's like, it just like, you see something super rare, and you're just letting it run away, because it's like, well, I can't do anything with this, so I guess I'll just let it go. And yeah, that's demoralizing. Plus, like, you can breed all those anyways. Yes, breeding will take a long time, because they don't hatch very quickly, and breeding is still, even at your best odds, it's a 1 in 512 chance, so, it will take a while, but it may even take longer, but it's not going to hurt as much. And also, I can do that on stream, unlike with Let's Go Eevee hunts, because, yes, I can do that on stream and use the motion controls to try and catch stuff, but again, my paranoia with stuff running away on me, I don't want to deal with it. Now, I could, and maybe I should do this, actually. Maybe this is something I should start doing. Sorry. Maybe it was something I should start doing, is because in that game, there is a way to farm Master Balls, actually, because they do just kind of spawn in Cerulean Cave. It's a very low chance, which sucks, but I could start doing that, so when I'm waiting on my, my delivery app bullshit to send me something that is actually worth taking, I can just be like farming in there for Master Balls, and then that way when something spawns, we don't even have to dick around with it. So that might be a good idea. I actually just thought of that. That's a very good idea. I should start doing that. Because the thing is, so, I don't like doing Let's Go Eevee hunts right now, because since I'm trying to stream a lot, and those hunts, when you're in the middle of them, you can't, like, pause, or you can't save the game and then turn it off and then come back to your catch combo. Your catch combo resets. And so, it's just, like, I never want to end my catch combo prematurely until without hitting a shiny. But in order to stream, I would have to, and so it drives me nuts, and so I don't want to, like, start one of those shiny hunts usually. But if I'd be able to do that on stream, that'd be fine. And the thing is, with how great the spawn rate is when you do those shiny hunts, that can very easily just be like a stream, right? Like, just like, oh, I got a Master Ball in this, so we're gonna go get ourselves an Eevee today. Or something shiny, And then I wouldn't have to worry about the motion controls either. I'm gonna do that. That's not just a good idea, that's an idea that I'm gonna do, because it's so easy to get shinies in that game. It's just my fear of stuff running away on me is way too much. And again, my hatred of the motion controls for catching. I don't really hate it, but it's just, it's a concern, and I don't want to deal with it on stream. Especially because, like, if the motion controls worked properly all the time, it wouldn't be an issue. Not at all. The motion controls do not work properly all the time. In fact, they seldom work properly. So, there's so many times where you'll just try and throw a Pokeball straight and it'll go, you know, way off to the right or to the left, and it's really annoying. And like for a playthrough, it's fine because it's kind of funny, right? It's like, oh my god, here we go again. But if I'm trying to catch a shiny, I don't want to ever have to deal with that. So, but again, with the Master Ball, like it doesn't even like make you throw the Master Ball. It's just an animation plays. So, yeah, I guess that's how I'm gonna do it. Also, I should look into it and see. I believe Mewtwo is shiny locked in that, although I also believe, now that I'm thinking about it, that Mewtwo is in the Dynamax Adventures, so I guess it doesn't matter. Because I was gonna say I could try and do Mewtwo in that, because I mean you can shiny hunt. You can use those catch combos and stuff to shiny hunt the legendary birds and stuff. But, you know, being legendaries, they're going to be a bitch without Master Balls and stuff, and yeah. But again, since I can do those in this, it doesn't really matter. Is Dragonite in this game? I don't think Dragonite's in this game at all, right? So I wouldn't be able to breed that in this, although that should be in Gen 4. I would have to assume. Maybe not, though. I guess now that I think about it, I haven't seen that in any of the information for that. So maybe not. But we'll see. If it is in that, then yeah, we'll definitely do. I guess there is a decent place to get Dratini, right? Over by like the power plant. We'll see what happens with that. Let's worry about getting this Registeel first. Are we on the right one? Because we were at 89. I think past, honestly, after like this set of 9, I should have this correct because it should be at 98 after this. Yes, at the end of this, it should be at 98. After that, if the count gets off, the count gets off. I'm not gonna bother trying to do the math in my head. My smooth brain is not gonna work with that, so we just won't even bother. I think I actually cut off my mic ever so slightly prematurely there. Because I was trying to mute it so I could take a drink of my monster. My lifeblood, my cocaine. Because boy do I drink that stuff like I'm addicted to it like cocaine. Jesus Christ. Actually, to be fair, I haven't been drinking it that much lately. It's mostly just been like on stream, I'll have like a soda or a energy drink. I don't even drink soda anymore. Not that an energy drink is any better, but at least typically with Monster, it's not carbonated, the stuff that I get, the Rehab, so I really wish more companies would do that. I know Rockstar is starting to do it. They're like Rockstar Recovery, which like, come on guys, are you really that unoriginal that you're like trying to copy the name too? Like, it's just like non-carbonated energy drinks. We need more of them. It doesn't even have to be like the iced tea flavors. I just like, don't get me wrong, I don't want like a normal energy drink but without the carbonation, because that's nasty. But you know, just like something that is specific, it's made to not be carbonated. I think I might have said caffeinated once or twice in there. Carbonation is the thing that I don't want. Caffeine is the thing that I need. I don't have a caffeine problem. If I don't have caffeine, then I have a problem. But yeah, the carbonation is just, my teeth are in bad enough shape. I don't need like the carbonation rotting the shit out of them. Also, I don't know. It's like, it doesn't do anything for me anymore. Like, I definitely like carbonated drinks, but I don't like them enough to like care about buying them. Like when, like this actually recently, so I assume with like the supply chain issues that everything in the planet seems to be having, especially Soda. Soda seems to have been having that issue recently, and I guess Monster got hit by it because the gas station I typically go to for all my drinks and stuff, it like they were completely cleaned out for like 3 days of all of the Monster rehabs. Like they didn't even have like the orangeade or the lemonade or anything. And so it's like, okay, fine, I'll get a normal energy drink then. But like, if you give me the option, I'll always go for the non-carbonated stuff, because I don't know, I just prefer it now. Hey Monster, I know I only have like 6 followers, but can I get sponsorship, please? I spend so much money on I guess it's not too bad. It's like less than $3 a day at this point, but you know, I still buying energy drinks like every day. It's probably a bit of a problem, even with the non-carbonated stuff, but you know, I have to have some sort of ice. Don't know if I hit this. I'm very quickly... Oh my god, here we go. Alright. I'm surprised this is only the second time I've done this, actually. That's not bad. I have a 98% not being a smooth brain rate. That is impressively good for me. But I imagine this this encounter, if that didn't come out as gibberish, if that made any sense. The number on the left side underneath the shiny Registeel, I'm sure that's gonna get very far off very quickly. And since I'm not saving in between all these sets, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, right, because I'm not saving in between each of these sets, there's no way for me to, like, confirm the encounters. Because, so if we go and check it after this... I really wish there's a way, and there probably is with the, emulators and stuff, which I guess, to be fair, there is this Switch emulator, but I'm not going to bother with that. I really wish that there was a way to, like, just have that counter automatically count itself. So yeah, so we got the Registeel here. So you see number battled 5. So if I was saving during this, then we could keep track of it that way. Even though that's technically, it would be like a couple higher just because of the 2 that I did during the playthrough. But also, I guess that would still count, right? Because that'd still be encounters without seeing a shiny. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. Because the thing is, to do that, that means I would have to go and heal in between all these sets, and like, that's going to add a lot of time to it. It's faster just to knock it out, and then after you run out of moves, then you just reset. What I am curious about, and hopefully I don't find out this is the case, but I don't think you do, is that, I should probably look into this tonight. I'm not going to bother doing it right now, but, because my save has these dots pressed, I wonder if then, because of that, that first, Registeel that I counter is always the same. I wonder if it generates, like, the stats and the shininess and whatnot when I start the encounter, or when, like, you activate the dots. I would assume it's when you start the encounter. You know, I would assume it's when you start the encounter, right? Because that would just make sense, but... I don't know. I'll try and dig into that. I said I was going to dig into it tonight. I'll try and dig into that tomorrow night, since I won't be streaming anyways. And it would be a good time tomorrow night as well, as I could knock out some more shinies and Let's Go Eevee, but like, again, being that I'm thinking now about if I go and farm Master Balls and that, I need to look up how long on average it takes to get the Master Balls. Because I guess it doesn't really matter, but like, I don't know. I do definitely want to do that. I don't know if I want to commit to only doing Let's Go Eevee hunts on stream with like the Master Balls and whatnot, or if I want to still do stuff off stream and then just only do that when, you know, when I can. But also, I don't know. I was just thinking what the hell I was gonna say. Again, with not wanting to like prematurely end a hunt in Let's Go Eevee and kind of waste progress, and I would end up having to do that at times because it's streaming. I don't know if I want to do like not on stream hunts. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I probably won't do any more off-stream hunts. I hadn't even thought of doing the Master Ball farming to do that. That was like the reason why I hadn't actually started doing hunts in Let's Go Eevee. So I will definitely be doing that in the future. So that's good, actually. That gives me 2 different games that I can shiny hunt in. And then while I'm waiting for like home compatibility to come to let's see, so we're at 98, so we should be at 1 more. Okay, now I think this is where we're gonna start to get off count. Yes, anyways. And if that's not right, yeah, well. Again, consider this a rough estimate. I do want to see, actually, let me see if I can change this really quick. Let me go to edit this. Okay, so I could just make it say approximately if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because I don't really care. That was more just a curiosity for me type thing. Anyways, there we go. Back to it. Oh wow, we're over an hour and a half in? Ew. We might not make 200 tonight. I'm not gonna be like trying to keep this to like a sane number, like I try to do with the normal, like with the breeding hunts. I'm not even gonna try to do that with this. We're just gonna go till my cutoff time, which is pretty much right around midnight for me, which is about another hour and 15 minutes. So wherever we end up in that time, that's where we end up. I really wish yesterday I would have, I was too focused yesterday with trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to go about doing these shiny hunts and like how to set up my zero aura and stuff like that. So I didn't actually work on actual stream stuff at all, like fixing my labels. Well, maybe I shouldn't say fixing, because I fixed the timing with them. I really like the pacing of them with like 7.5 minutes. 5 minutes was a little bit too much. So I think 7.5 is the sweet spot, but I want to add different colored versions of those as well. They'll have the same text, but just like they'll be, oh, come on. Stop being stupid. There we go. They'll just be like the different versions. So like there's one's pink, one's blue, and one's yellow. Or pink and blue-ish and yellowish and whatnot. Anyways, I'm not saying what the reason for that color combo is. If you figure it out, good for you. If not, don't worry about it. I choose the colors because they look pretty. How about that? But I do want to do like that like each of those like text combinations with like each of the what the box says with each of the colors, basically. So instead of having 3 of those, I'll have 9 of them. And I'll probably, honestly, I might add some stuff for like different ones for when I'm doing shiny hunts versus like other stuff, so that way I can say, you know, I can put in stuff like what previous hunts took for eggs or encounters or whatever. Actually, wow, that's a really good idea. I'm going to write that down. Again, that's another thing that I hadn't even thought of doing that. I was like saying it as I was thinking of it. Okay. Because yeah, I want to have like maybe previous shiny hunt stuff, maybe not, but also like what like the next one is gonna be, what like maybe my next stream will be, stuff like that. Have that in those labels, just so that way it's like it's information, it's there. If you see it and you pay attention to it, you don't have to ask about it, even though people still will. I've watched enough other streamers on Twitch to know that, well, there's half of people are less than average intelligence, right? So, and I think all of that lower half are viewers on Twitch. Not every viewer on Twitch is below average intelligence, but a lot of them. Like people asking what game the streamer's playing when it's literally in the title, and also like they're set to that game's category, and like also just look at the fucking game like half the time, because it'll be something like Call of Duty or something, and it'll be like, you know, like I don't remember when Call of Duty Vanguard comes out, but it'll like, you know, it'll be like the day that Call of Duty Vanguard comes out, right? And someone will be like, the streamer will be playing Call of Duty, and people will be like, what game is this? It's like, gee, I don't fucking know. My Little Pony? Like, there's a lot of not smart people on Twitch. But I don't know, just for my personal, honestly, like I just like having those little labels on there. I think it's a good idea, and so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Plus, again, you can mix in the whole like engagement bullshit with like, oh, follow the stream and all that shit. So like, you know, it's the shit that I won't say I hate that people do that, because obviously I'm doing it, but like it's definitely annoying when people go overboard with that, right? Where like, you know, you go to YouTube and like the first 3 minutes of the video is just someone screaming, smash that like button, the follow, and the little bell thing and whatnot. It's every like all the time. Like I totally get why they do that, because it works. It's stupid, but it works. But also it's like it just makes it for people that doesn't work on. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? It's just really, it's just annoying to me, right? Because it's like I've never once been like, hey, you said that, so now I'm gonna follow you, or I'm gonna subscribe to you, or whatever. So it's really annoying because like so many content creators, they just let that take over their channel. I say as I'm spending time bitching about it on my live stream. But yeah, no, the thing is though, like having just like a little passive thing, that doesn't bother me at all. And so like I like doing that for my stream because, hey, maybe it helps a little bit. Or like with stuff on YouTube and whatnot as well. So yeah, I don't know. I love how I complained about people doing that as I'm doing it myself, and also like constantly talking about it, but you know. Honestly, so I made the Zero Aura, right? Intending it to be like something that I could hunt all of the Reggies with. There really wasn't a point in that because like I did that to try and like save a little bit of time, but like with how long these hunts are gonna take, it doesn't matter. Like I can take the time to set up a new Pokemon in between each one, so like I can kind of have like a perfect sweet spot for my Pokemon. So like I could set up something else that will be able to one-shot Regirock every time instead of like, oh, sometimes it might not get one-shotted. You know, it's I don't know, I guess I could do that every time. I'll definitely keep using the Zero Aura. Well, I say I'll keep using the Zero Aura. The thing is, the reason why I want to get rid of it now is because of that shiny effect. I wish there's a way to, like, turn that off, maybe. Because, like, I feel like it's annoying. Especially when, like, if you're doing, like, a double battle or something, and, like, every Pokemon is, like, shiny. It's, like, they just all keep on going off individually. But that also goes into like Pokemon or Game Freak and the other companies that work on Pokemon as well, but mainly Game Freak. They need to like clean up some of that animation effect stuff sometimes. Like say in the raids with the weather effects, it hits each Pokemon in a row. It just like it does the effect where it drains their health and it drains the next one and the next one and the next one. It's like, just do them all at the same fucking time. Like, I don't need to see the Pokemon getting hit animation for each individual Pokemon, you know? Like, that isn't helpful. And I get there is, like, some important stuff for, like, VGC with that. But, like, I don't know, make it an option then, you know? So, like, if you want to do, you know, if you want to leave it on like the current way for VGC, which like to be clear, I totally get why you want it for that, because like it's important to know because it tells you what like the speed order is, right? But like for playing through the raids and stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much, you know? Like I would rather turn it off for that and just have it like be, you know, quicker. Anyways, I don't know. But yeah, the thing about this Zero Aura, besides the fact that it's going to be perfect, well, and it is perfect for this shiny hunt, but also it's going to be great for Registeel, because since it has Voltazorb, when I eventually do shiny hunt Registeel, Registeel only has one move that's going to be able to hit it, which is Extreme Speed. And then I believe Voltazorb will... Does Voltazorb heal when you get hit by electric-type moves, or no? I don't remember. Obviously, you don't take damage. And I think it might give you, like, a special attack buff or something like that. That might be what it does instead. But anyways, it's good for that, because that means, like, there's, you know, less moves that you'll take damage from. And also, it has enough speed that, you know, I can even outspeed the Registeel. And actually, I was able to put a bunch of EVs, because, like, I maxed out my attack, and then I gave it just enough speed EVs. I believe it was 60 to let it outspeed Registeel. Which, to be clear, normally, like in VGC, that wouldn't be enough. Because... yeah, it wouldn't. If you're on the same level, just 60 EVs isn't enough to cover the difference between Zero Aura and Registeel. Even though Zero Aura is still a really fast mon. But since this is level 100 and the Registeel will be level 70, it makes it easier to outspeed it. And then so the rest of the EVs I just dumped into HP because I figured it'll let me tank more hits. I know I could have probably put it into, like, one of the defenses, and it might have actually been better to do that. But since, like, again, I was planning on using it for all of the Regis instead of, like, worrying about, like, oh, splitting it between defense and special defense or anything like that. It's just like, fuck it. Let's put it all in HP. They aren't going to do enough damage for it to really matter anyways. I don't think... I did check, and none of them have a ground type move, which is, like, my main concern, because a ground type might OHKO it. But not even Regirock had a Earthquake or anything like that. Thank God. And to be clear, I don't know about their full movesets, but I mean specifically what moves they have as they spawn in these encounters. Because they do have a set move list. Yeah, so I mean, this will be perfect for this. It'll be perfect for Registeel. Maybe I set up something different for... it should be perfect for Regice as well. Again, since I already went through the effort of doing this, I don't think I'll bother to make something else. The shiny effect doesn't add too much time, fortunately. But we'll see. And in the future, maybe my feelings on that will change, because, I mean, it does add up, right? Over the course of, however many this takes, which, on average, it should take me 1,400 encounters. If the shiny charm works. If it doesn't work, then it's going to be, on average, 4,000 encounters, and I'm going to want to jump off of a bridge, but, we'll not worry about that too much. But, yeah, it's, it will, like, that effect will add up, and so maybe eventually it would be a good idea to get something that doesn't have it, but for the time being, this is fine. Because the other thing is, yeah, the time adds up, and so it'll make a significant difference, but, like, also, who gives a fuck? Like, it's going to take so damn long anyways, so even if it does add a significant amount of time, even if it adds an hour of total time spread across a couple dozen other hours is not that bad. Especially because it's also spread across within, like, each of the, it's not a big deal. But again, for Regirock, it might make sense to figure out something else. And since it doesn't have to be something that's as fast, because again, this was chosen for Registeel mainly. And again, the reason why I didn't do Registeel is because I have to also get the other Regis before I can even do that. Otherwise, we'd be shiny Registeel, or... I think that just came out as gibberish. Let me try that again. We'd be shiny hunting Registeel. But we can't, so we're not. So, for Regirock, though, it might make more sense to do something else. Just so that way, like, I'm not having situations where, like, I try and knock it out with a close combat, and it isn't quite enough. Because to be clear, Zero Aura has a pretty damn good attack. And close combat is a very high attack move. And I believe I have the nature... Yeah, I put adamant on it, so I mean it should have the correct nature for that as well. Let's see here. Yeah, so it has the correct nature, right? And I mean, it's doing as much damage as it possibly can, minus the silk scarf. I have that just to help with making pulse swipe do more damage when I eventually do get the shiny. But if I can figure out something else that is like fighting type, just to get a little bit more of a buff to that, then we'll probably do that. But again, I'll have to look at stats and stuff again. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. If anything, I'll make that like the Regirock will be the last one that I do. Well, I say that, but I guess I have to do it before Registeel anyways. It does really suck how much of a disaster that last stream was. Just because, like, I had so much fun with Isle of Armor, and, like, the main playthrough, you know, it was Sword. It is what it is. I've played through the game so many times. I've only done Isle of Armor twice now. Yeah, I don't think I did everything in Isle of Armor, when I did my, like, original Shield playthrough of it. Sorry, I know I said I was going to stop doing math in my head about, like, whether or not we're at the right count, but I keep on doing it anyways. Yeah, I don't know if I did the full playthrough. I know I did. I guess I did all of the Urshifu stuff, so I guess I must have. Yeah, because, I mean, I must have got my Gmax Urshifu, but, I mean, I was surely just skipping over cutscenes and stuff. Like, even though I mostly skip over the text when I was doing this, like, I still, like, let cutscenes play out. I guess there's no way to skip them, but you can turn off the movies. And also, I'm pretty sure I just, like, brought in busted bullshit to blow through it and all that, so I don't know. Anyways, the point is, that was maybe my third playthrough. Whereas, with the Sword base game, that was like my fourth at least playthrough. No, it was my fourth playthrough. And like, I had just kind of recently done another Shield playthrough, because I played through the game in Japanese. That way I could shiny hunt, or not shiny hunt, but IV hunt Ditto, because I wanted like perfect IV Dittos, which I still don't have. And that's another thing I could do on stream at some point. But also, that I kind of don't want to. I'll be honest. I don't know. I was doing it for a bit. It's just it's draining. That's really the best way for me to put it. It takes... It doesn't take... Well, it takes a very long time to get the ones that you want, right? Because say I want a 6 IV Ditto. With the way I do the raids, you're guaranteed 4 perfect IVs. And then the other 2 are not guaranteed, which means there is a 1 in 31 times 1 in 31 chance of getting a perfect Ditto, which is, I will do the math right now. That means you have a 1 in 961 chance, if I'm doing my math right. Yeah. So it takes a long time. And the good thing is that along the way, there's kind of 4 perfect Dittos, right? Because you want one with 6 perfect IVs, just, across the board. And then you want one with 4 perfect IVs and no good attack and no good speed. So that way, if you have a special attacker for a trick room, then you want that. Or just, there's some cases where you want just the lowest speed possible. And also for... Oh, then besides that, so yeah, you want, you want perfect IVs across the board, and then you want perfect, and then no good for the 2 that you want good for. And then also you want one that's perfect attack, no good speed, and one that's perfect speed, no good attack, to cover kind of the other bases of us, your special attackers that you want high speed for, and your physical attackers that you don't want speed for. So I mean, you have 4 different Dittos that you can get, and odds are you'll get all of them within like 1,000 Dittos, right? But boy, do you want to jump off of a bridge by the end of that, because like it's just you're doing Ditto over and over again. And fortunately, even though Ditto is a pain in the ass to do because of the fact that it transforms, which makes those raids really hard, because it, as far as I know, it also copies, it copies your moves for sure, right? And I believe it copies your stats as well, maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe I shouldn't say that if I don't know. Yeah, basically, it sucks to try and bring in something with like really good moves and stuff, because then it transforms and then it uses it against the AI partners, and then you just get destroyed. But there is a trick where what you do is you bring in either Eternatus, Zamazenta, or Zacian, which, because they can't Dynamax, and the reason why that's important is that the Ditto is already Dynamaxed, and so if they can't Dynamax, the Ditto can't transform into them, which is a dumb little quirk. And it's like the only good thing about the fact that for some reason those 3 legendaries can't transform. Or not that they can't transform, but they can't, they can't Dynamax, that's the word I was looking for there. But yeah, so bringing those makes it a lot easier, because then they can't transform into, you bring in like a level 100 Dracovish with Vicious Rend, and then it transforms into that and starts using Vicious Rend on your allies, Fortunately, if you do that, then they can't do that. And the funny thing is, sometimes it'll still, even though it can't transform into you, it'll still try to use it on you. So sometimes you need it actually a long while where it doesn't even transform, because it can still transform into the other Pokemon, the other guys on the field. But like, that's fine. It's just the main concern is when it becomes your Pokemon, it's just usually you're kind of brokenly overpowered, and so it becomes brokenly overpowered and then kind of turns the tables on you. So yeah, the other annoying thing, again, it going back into like the raids being just annoying, just normal raids, and I'm talking about the Dynamax Adventures, it's just, the AI is really stupid, and it makes it take way longer than it should. Because it's like, if you would just attack and break through this layer of its shield, then next turn when I attack, I can do a bunch of damage. But instead, you don't attack, you use goddamn Cosmic whatever your damn bullshit is, Martin, and your goddamn Soul Rock. And so then it doesn't do that, and so your next attack doesn't do any damage because it still has to break through that last stage of its shield. And it's just like, I hate Martin and his goddamn Soul Rock. Because, like, just like, it has Psychic. I discovered that in playing through the game. I didn't know that it had Psychic. I don't think I'd ever once seen it use it. I think I've seen it use Stone Edge. I don't think I'd ever seen it use Psychic. Just use that every time. Stop using your goddamn stat buff, especially because the raid Pokemon will just reset the stat buffs anyways. You know, I don't know exactly what it is that triggers that, but like there's not much point in like trying to use a lot of stat ups or stat downs because they just get reset. Yeah, anyways, I like the idea of the raids. I really like the idea of them. Execution leaves a whole lot to be desired. I think I might be off by 1. No, I'm right. Because I believe that I keep on like opening up the menu so I could go check how many moves I have, and then I remember that it takes like 38 button presses to do that, and so I lose interest immediately. Especially when I can just see it in the next battle anyways. Alright, so I think we've done... I'm not keeping track anymore. It's gonna drive me nuts at some point, and then I will like actually lose count, and then I'll stop caring. It just bugs me because I'm kind of still able to keep track right now. Eventually, I'm just gonna lose all sense of it, and that'll be nice. My brain just shut the hell up for a little bit. This absolutely sounds like some sort of Pokemon remix. I don't know that it is. And actually, based on the name of this track is Finish Line. I don't think it is a Pokemon song, but it definitely sounds like a remix. Then again, a lot of like old classic like type music is kind of, let me say, classic video game music, like retro stuff, not like classical Beethoven bullshit. Yeah, a lot of that stuff like kind of sounds similar. Like it's all definitely unique, but also like if you don't know the song necessarily, then like you don't, it could be from any of those games sometimes, right? Oh, I remembered, I forgot to check. I think I know what stuff is in like the new for Pokemon Go. The next stage of the event for Koopa is, I think, went live today. And I think I remember what's in it because I remember seeing it on Cerebi. But I haven't actually checked it today to see what all I need to do. Because they did mention that if you don't complete this event in time, then the next event, basically, there's a second stage to this event that is going to be a paid event, and that you have to pay money to be able to access it, which is fucking stupid. But, at the end of the day, I'm kind of beholden to Niantic's bullshit. Remember what I said about Niantic and Game Freak are in a competition to see who can piss people off the most? There's a reason why I feel that way. But what they have said is that if you complete this event quickly enough, then you'll actually get the next one. You'll get the next stage of it for free. Which is fine, I guess. I'm still not happy about it. But the other thing is, it might not even matter, because the moment they make you able to do the transfer over Hoopa into Pokemon Home, it's getting transferred. End of discussion. I'm not gonna wait on that, because that's the only reason why I'm doing this, is just in case I'm concerned that they'll lock you out of transferring Hoopa until after you complete at least this free event. If they make you have to pay for it, if like transferring Hoopa is locked behind a paid like event thing, oh boy. Like, again, if I can get it for free, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna complain too much, but like, a lot of people are gonna be pissed about that, because that would be, I mean, it's just bullshit. Like, Hoopa's only ever been available from, like, I want to say one online event in, like, Gen 6. So, like, doing that would be some serious bullshit. I don't think that's what it is. I think primarily the reason why you can't transfer Hoopa yet is they want all of the event stuff to be out before people are able to make the decision if they want to transfer. I really hope that's what it is, because, like, I don't know. I don't like that they've been spreading this event out over months. Like, just fucking put the damn thing out and be done with it, guys. I get that, like, it's a, it's basically an ultra rare mythic Pokemon, but, like, come the fuck on. Just put the fucking event out. Don't do the spreading it out over months shit. Like, thankfully, it's not actually 16 stages, like it kind of gives you the impression of. It's only 8, because half of the stages are just basically saying, hey, you have to wait until the next stage is out. And then once it comes out, you can, like, get free XP. But, like, come on, guys. Like, if it was even, like, 1 a week, it would be okay. But, like, it's so annoying to, like, complete that and be like, okay, guess I'm gonna wait 2 weeks for the next stage of the event. Cool. It's just, I don't know, man. It's so stupid. And who knows? Again, you might not be able, or you might be able to just, like, transfer even without doing the event. But I won't find out, because I'm gonna have to do it, because I'm not gonna risk it being locked behind a goddamn paywall bullshit. Like, as much as I don't want to do their bullshit, if I don't have any other choice, then I don't have any other choice. So I'm not gonna, like, take some moral grandstand on it. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? If I didn't need it for my living dex, then I wouldn't be worried about it at all. I'd be like, okay, I'll do the event as I can. If I can't do it, then I can't do it. I'm not paying you money for a fucking Pokemon. You know what? Let me take that back. I paid $50 for the Pokeball controller just to get Mew, which then ended up not even being necessary because I got it in Let's Go in Go anyways. But nowadays, I'm not paying money for a fucking Pokemon. Like, I know you have to pay money to buy the Pokemon games, but like, I don't know. Hopefully people can understand the difference there. There's a difference to me, especially being that I don't care about Go at all, really. Like, doing raids and doing PvP and, like, collecting all the Pokemon, I don't care. It's just a vessel for me to get shinies and, like, a couple of mythics that I can't get elsewhere. Like, I still need to get, like, an actually legit Jirachi, so I'll probably get that through Go. Because I have my bullshit Oak Slabbed one, but yeah, it's just, oh, there we go, mashing A again. So I'm good for about 2% of these battles I'm gonna screw up. Oh, I really screwed up now. This isn't gonna kill it, is it? Oh. Oh, that's gonna do a lot of... Okay, good. Boy, we really made this a pain in the ass, didn't we? Because I don't want to use multiple close combats because it's like... Okay. Whew. I almost screwed that up. Not even almost. I did screw it up. I just didn't screw it up anymore. Anyways, yeah. So, Jirachi event and go from a long time ago, to be clear. That's not a new event. I never actually did, like, the special research or whatever. Because I assume it had either, you know, like, making new friends or sending out gifts to friends or something like that. And it's just like, I just didn't give a shit. Because, again, I don't care about playing the game. I only really care about getting shinies in it. Which it's fantastic for that. Because even besides the community days that have just insane odds, which I believe the next one is actually like right after the new games come out, the new old games. There's gonna be a Luxray event, or it's a Shinx event, to be clear, and then obviously you can upgrade it or evolve it. But yeah, so that'll be awesome because I'll get 3 more shiny Pokemon right there, right? And maybe even more. We'll see what happens. Because basically I have to get enough Shinx that I can, I have to get 3, right? And then I need enough candies that I can evolve 1 into Luxio, I believe, is the second form, and then Luxray is the final one. And then I also need to be able to take another Shinx up to Luxio. So, it's quite a few candies. It should be... If it's like most stuff, that's like 150 candies that I'll need, which is... in theory, 50, but actually more like 25 catches. And with how busted... And by busted, I mean in a good way, the shiny rate is in... Go when there's a community day event, I should be able to get like probably at least 4, I bet. I'm almost certain that my count is off now, but oh well. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to talk about. Alright, so yeah, go. So yeah, like, shiny hunting isn't great. And like, even besides those, you can get a lot of, shinies just like randomly. Because I think the base rate for like, at its worst, is 1 in 500 or 1 in 512. It's like approximately 1 in 500, right? Because I don't know that anyone has actually like dug into the code. I don't think anyone has really. I think it's primarily just a with like Silph Road and stuff. People just pool together like all their encountering catch data and stuff to find out like roughly what the shiny rates are. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I think even at the worst, those, like, the worst Pokemon are, like, 1 in 500. And there's a bunch of different, like, tiers, too. Because some Pokemon have, like, a permanently boosted rate, and some Pokemon, like, even after, like, the community days will keep, like, a boosted rate, but not, like, the fully boosted rate. And then there's legendaries, which are 1 in 20, which is cool, except that you need to put together a group of people to do those. And again, I don't care about the game enough to like make a group. I get that it's probably really easy to do, but like no. Like I just like if I really like enjoyed the game or whatever, yeah, I'd probably, you know, get a group of friends together, let's go do raids and shit. But like, for something that is literally just a way for me to passively maybe get more shinies, like, I'm not gonna put any effort into doing that, you know? Which is stupid, because honestly, it'd make it a lot easier, especially for like, honestly, if I would do that, I could probably get Deoxys pretty easily. Which is one of like the one of the handful of Pokemon that I still need. But again, I don't care much, and it's like I really want to get a like completed living dex, but also like I don't care that much. It's not that much of a like insane, you know, like something that I need to do. I mean, even like to the point at which like even a basic thing like, okay, let's get together a raid group, you know, even like go online onto a forum to organize it, which wouldn't be hard. There's plenty of people who play Pokemon Go almost religiously at this point, you know. But I don't know. I don't care. I don't care enough. So instead, I'm gonna end up having to buy one of the Gen 3 remakes and play through the entirety of that in order to get my Deoxys, which is, yeah. Unless I want to figure out how to do a, how to use an emulator to play through the Gen 3 remakes, which is already I wouldn't want to do because 3DS emulators are not perfect. And then it'd have to figure out how to use Pokemon Bank with that and use it in such a way that I could actually be able to carry over the Deoxys to home. Which just sounds like a nightmare to do. And honestly, at that point, and what I'll probably end up doing instead of actually buying a game just for Deoxys is, if Oaks Lab comes back for the Gen 4 remakes and Deoxys is like in the game at all, so you can generate it with Oaks Lab, I'll just do that. Because stuff that is unobtainium, or that I just consider unobtainium, I don't care about doing that stuff for the living dex. As far as I'm concerned, a living dex doesn't include stuff that you can't get, which I understand that I'm very much stretching the definition of can't get with Deoxys, because I can. But also, I guess I've kind of already done that with Kyogre, right? Because I have a totally legit Kyogre from Oaks Lab, because doing that raid solo was impossible, so I was just like, nope, I just checked out of that one. And so, like, yeah, I guess I could get Omega Sapphire, I believe, is the name of that one. And so then I could get the Kyogre and the Deoxys, so I guess it'd be 2. I'm just not that desperate. Especially because I already did that once for the Gen 7 Pokemon that I needed. So stuff like Komala, or the stuff that was so far has only ever been in the Sun and Moon games. And I already did that once, and I hated everything trying to do that, because it was just like playing through a game, which one, I already kind of didn't like playing through the Sun and Moon games. They were kind of annoying, but also I went into them with the idea of just, well, one, I went into them with the idea that they suck, which is already not a good way to go into a new game. My count is absolutely off now. I have at least one more that I've done. Am I? Hold on. now I'm doing math on my stream. Good. Okay, yes, my math was absolutely off by 1. You know what would be an easy way for me to keep track of this, actually? And I think we're going to do that right now. It's just have my phone or some sort of calculator open somewhere. And then just every time I'm done with a set, just like add 9 to a count. In fact, I will do that. Hold on, give me a second here. Because, like, I do kind of care about... like, having the count be correct. Okay, no, we can't do it that way. Right, so we can't use the calculator on this computer. That's fine, I can use my laptop for it. Even though it shakes my microphone a little bit, because I'm moving my hand on my desk. But I don't think you should be able to hear it because of the shock, or the vibration, anti-vibration mount thingy. Alright, sorry about doing this. Oh, no, wait a second. I was correct. So I had actually gone 1 too many at some point. Interesting. I'll double check my math again later tonight, too. Like when I get done with the stream while it's uploading and stuff. I guess I've decided that I will, I'll upload Shiny Hunts. I wasn't going to, and I'm not going to go back and upload the old stuff that I've already done, but like... it's fine. It does, like, it... I'll just upload it. That way it's there, especially since I'm doing, like, the stream, the label thing, where it's like, oh, the stream VODs are available on YouTube. You'd be like, well, fuck it. Anyways, this should be correct. And then this way, if I, like, I'll never be off for very long as I'm doing this. Because I can just go over to my, my laptop and just, like, hit enter every time. And then every time I do that, I'll add another 9 to the counter. To the counter on my laptop, to be clear, which is different from the one that you see on stream. So that way, like, you know, I can correct it after every set, basically. Because it is important, kind of important to me to, like, have an accurate count. Like, I don't care if it's off by, like, 1 or 2, but, like, once it starts to get off, if I'm, you know, if I'm off, like, by 1, like, every single set, then that's when it starts to become a problem, right? Because when I get to the end of it, I'm off by, like, 300 or something ludicrous. No one wants that. And also at that point, like, it defeats the purpose of keeping a count, right? Now, if I ever do encounters for, like, a wild Pokemon, like a normal, like, in the grass or out in the, you know, out in the world Pokemon, something where I don't really have to... So, well, I guess I would... Maybe there's a way for me to do that. Anyways, there might be a point where I start getting, like, really off my counts, but we'll worry about crossing that bridge when we get there. We got about half an hour left tonight. I should be able to get up to 200. It would bother me a little bit if I don't end on, like, a... Well, actually, I say 200, but it definitely won't be 200. Whatever. We'll go for about another half hour here. Probably a little bit less, but... But hey, we'll be 1/7 of our way to a shiny shiny Registeel, hopefully. Maybe. Hopefully less than that, but I mean, on average, again, it should take about 1,400. So it's gonna really suck one of these takes like 10,000 or something insane. Like, I would deserve it after my my luck with the last few shiny hunts, right? But the thing is, since I do get to knock it out, right? Like, this isn't quite that soul-sucking. Like, it's the time's going by plenty fast. Partially because I'm streaming, and partially just because it's like, you know, I'm getting to play the game somewhat. Unlike with, even more so than, like, the normal breeding. But especially more than, like, just stuff where, like, you're... Stuff like again, I've said this before, the raids are just, like, thank God they have such a high shiny rate when they do that. I don't know if they'll do another one of those, for the record. In fact, I don't think they will, because I think we would already know if there's going to be one this weekend, and I highly, highly, highly doubt there'll be one next weekend. And then after the new games are out, I highly, highly, highly doubt that they'll ever do another one after that. Other than maybe, like, I don't know, maybe we get, like, a Christmas one or something. But even that is, like, I just don't see it happening. If anything, they'll do some sort of event in the new games. And I hope they do. I hope they keep doing this stuff with, like, the increased shiny rates and whatnot. But then again, though, it is a different developer. So who knows? Like, who knows if maybe Game Freak, because this is still their game, but also, like, even if you want to consider that, then, you know, after Legends Arceus comes out, then there ain't gonna be shit, I don't think. But I do, going back to the point, I really hope they keep doing increased shiny rates. Like, just like, as, you know, short little events. It doesn't even have to be, like, every other week. It was really, I loved it when it was like that, don't get me wrong, but, like, as long as it's, like, once a month for, like, one weekend, there's, like, an improved shiny rate, that's fine. It does suck that, one, I missed some of the raid events for this game, which is kind of a shame, because there was some more stuff that I could have gotten. Like, I know at one point I was trying to get Tauros, and then I just kind of got bored with it, so I gave up, because, like, I don't really care about shiny Tauros. Shiny Tauros doesn't look very good. I just wanted it because, like, oh, it'll be easy, and then it wasn't. It took, well, it was easy, but it was taking, you know, hours, and I was like, I don't even know if hours would be correct either, but you get the point. I got over it very quickly. And then, but now I'm like, oh, fuck, I should have done that. Because now I'm going to have to breed it. But it's going to suck when, eventually there's, like, you know, repeats or something like that. Something, when there's, like, events for something that I already have shiny, and it's like, well, guess I won't be doing this one, because I already did it the hard way. To be clear, that wouldn't be a complaint, though. Because, like, it's cool for people that aren't going to do it. It's just, it'd be a little disappointing for me. But, like, eventually it's going to happen, you know? Especially as I get more shinies and stuff. I mean, hell, as it stands right now, I have, like, you know, they do any event, and in theory, there's, like, a 1 in 10 chance I already have it shiny, right? So, you know. I think, anyways, because I'm over 90 shinies at this point. God, I really need to figure out a better chair and everything set up, because towards the end of these streams, I have to hunch over a little bit for my microphone. I don't really want to raise the microphone any higher. But yeah, like, I could lower the seat more, but then actually I can't, because I swapped out to a different seat in this office because The one I was using for the last few streams is leather, or pleather. I'm sure it's not real leather, but you know, the knockoff bullshit. And boy, does that make you sweaty, because that shit does not breathe whatsoever. And like, the cloth seats don't necessarily breathe well either, but at least like it wicks away some of that sweat. I know that probably sounds disgusting, but the thing is, like, if it's gonna happen anyways, I'd like to at least get it away from me a little bit. But the thing is that, like, the seat with the leather material, or fake leather material, whichever it is it has like height adjustment, and this cloth one doesn't. It's just like a fixed height, so I can't really get any lower without like really like arching my back a lot. Which is just, yeah, that I did that for a second there, and it does not feel any better. It isn't great for my shoulders and neck to do it this way, but like at least it's better for my back as a whole, even though it's really not. Because the big thing is, like, it's not just it being kind of hunched over, it's like being hunched over and then not really moving from that position. Because, like, normally when you're sitting down, if you even like start to remotely get uncomfortable, you know, you shift your position a little bit, you slouch a little bit more, you sit up a little bit more, you do something, right? This, my head's kind of locked into one spot, so I can move around a little bit, but like, my head kind of has to stay in the same spot. Yeah, and that's part of why I want to get eventually some sort of microphone stand. Because if I did that, I mean, God, I could sit in whatever position I want, right? Then I could just move the microphone in front of me. Especially because right now I don't have a webcam. And I probably won't for the near future. I mean, I have a webcam that I have no intention to use because it's just... there would be nothing to show with it other than my ugly ass face, and trust me, you don't want to see that. So, yeah, so for now, because I can't like set up like a shelf behind me or anything, there's reasons why. We won't get into that too much. But, you know, it's just I can't set it up to have like a streaming room at the moment. So there's just no point in me having a webcam. And again, I do have one, but like, and I might use that, like, if I eventually do get around to like replacing my Joy-Con joystick, which I'm gonna have to eventually here, right? Unless somehow I end up with a new Switch or like new Joy-Cons or something. But like, I'm not going to buy those myself, I can tell you that much. Because the joystick is a lot cheaper than the entire Joy-Cons or an entire Switch, believe it or not. So I would like to get a Switch OLED, because I do use my Switch in a handheld mode enough that like I would get use out of the OLED screen. Although the other thing with OLED screens is that they have burn-in, which is not great. And then I forget what else it has. I know it has the dock has a built-in Ethernet adapter, but I'm not using Ethernet because it just I'm never gonna play like an FPS or a racing game or something on my damn Switch. Well, let me take that back. I say that, but then there's that Chocobo GP or whatever that's coming exclusively to Switch. Why? Square Enix, why? What are you doing? Why? Why would you do this to me? Like, bring it to fucking PC at least, for the love of God. I guess maybe I should check the announcement. Maybe it's a console exclusive and it'll be on PC, but like... Ugh. Well, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, it's not gonna look great, though. See, now I got off again. At some point, I hit the number twice. Because I still have one close combat left. And in theory, at this number, we shouldn't have any left. Whoops. I love how I was concerned about falling behind on the count, but actually I keep on hitting it too many times. Whoops. Forgot what I was talking about. Right. Oh, the Ethernet adapter for the new Switch OLED model. Which is, to be clear, awesome that it has that. It's stupid that the original Switch didn't have that to begin with. But, like, also, that's not something I'm ever going to use. I'm just going to keep my Switch in Wi-Fi mode anyways. Because the other thing is that, like, I would use it maybe for, like, downloads, but, like, Switch games aren't particularly big, so I don't really need to. Like, I definitely have more than enough room still to... Because I put in a, I think it's a 64 gig SSD. Or not SSD, but, SD card. So, like, I still have plenty of room for, like, more stuff. Because, I mean, what we have here, we have 2 Pokemon games, 3 Pokemon games. Let's Go Eevee. This is the actual game card. It's not even a digital game. Animal Crossing and Stardew, which is like 10 megabytes. Or I know it's not that low, but you get what I mean. So yeah, it's just like, which games aren't that big? Even like games that like are on other platforms and come over to the Switch, it's like, well, it's not gonna need 4K textures because it's the fucking Switch. So, like, it doesn't. The games are smaller typically, especially the games that I'm gonna be playing on my Switch, which is like maybe Stardew, which that's another game I could play on stream at some point. Actually, I know when I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna wait until the first day of spring, and then I'm gonna start playing Stardew Valley. So we got a few months until that, but a lot of months until that. When is the first day of spring? Like, first day of winter's in like December, so January. So I guess it'd be end of March. Okay, that's not terrible. It's still a while off. All the time that I've been in this, been doing this, I hadn't realized that there's a sound cue when you hit those buttons. I just noticed that for the first time. But yeah, Stardew's a game I want to play through at some point. Well, I want to play through it on stream at some point. Because I've played through the game once. But I've only played through the game once. And that was before, like, the most recent update that added like, the new island stuff and all that, which I'm not sure how much I care about that stuff, to be honest. It seems too separate from the, like, base game of Stardew, and, like, Stardew's not a game that, like, I really thought I would care about having a whole separate island to, like, do stuff on. I don't know. Like, I would love to see more stuff added to the base town. Although, to be clear, if the developer never releases more content for the game, that's fine. That's totally fine. He's been giving out free content for that game for a long time now. And he does not need to add any more if he doesn't want to. Or if he wants to do paid DLC or whatever, have at it, dude. I'll buy it. Like, even not really caring about the island stuff, I would have absolutely bought it as DLC, because you know what? The dude fucking deserves it. Fucking one dude made like pretty much the entire game. I mean, not even pretty much. I think he did make the entire game. It wasn't until he started, like, porting it to different versions that he started, like, he had to, like, outsource that a little bit. But, like, it's pretty much just Concerned Abe. Abe or Ape, I forget which one it is. But anyways, I've never done the island stuff, so that might be fun. Although, you know what? I've never done the Galarian Star Tournament, and I still haven't. But yeah, that would be a fun game to play on stream. Again, I don't want my stream to be only and always Pokemon. I just want it to be mostly Pokemon. I'll let that be like the core of the channel. But there's definitely stuff like Stardew, like Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite. I don't know what to think about that game still. I really hope it's good. I really do. We know multiplayer is going to be good, but I don't really care about multiplayer at all. But at least they got the multiplayer right, because, well, assuming it works properly when it has, you know, everyone playing it. But I mean, you know, there's only so much they can do about that, because at the end of the day, on release day, they're going to get hit with hundreds of thousands of people at the same time, so there's only so much developers can do about that before they kind of have to bite the bullet and be like, well, multiplayer is going to suck for the first 2 days, sorry, because it's going to be laggy as shit, the servers are going to get overwhelmed, you know, and you really shouldn't expect a game to work. The multiplayer aspect of a game, you shouldn't expect to work perfectly on day one. Now, it should work better than SimCity did, right? But also part of the problem with that was that was a online-only game, period, end of. There was no there was a single-player component, but you couldn't play it without being connected to the internet. And there was no reason for that restriction. And even when they got called out for it, and they were like, oh, well, unfortunately, it's like an integral part of the game. You can't, you know, there's no way for us to turn off the online connection because of the multiplayer stuff in the SimCity, you know, reboot or whatever it was. And then, like, some modder just was like, yeah, no, you actually totally can, because I just did it. God, what a disaster that was. But, like, at least with Halo Infinite, it's gonna have, you know, the single player. And please be good. Like, goddamn. Like, I don't know what to think about it. I don't know why the fuck they're making it an open world game. Or a, you know, somewhat open world game that has... It makes so little sense for a Halo game to me. Like, I hate the fact that every fucking video game wants to be open world. Who wants that in Halo? Really? Like, I don't get that. Who the hell wants this crazy open world? Like, part of what makes me enjoy Halo so much at this point, especially, is that it's not trying to be the open world bullshit where it's like, oh, let's go climb towers to reveal the map, and let's go do these random collectibles and all. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't bring up collectibles. Halo's always had the skulls and shit, but like there's a difference between like having a skull in every level and like having 100 skulls spread throughout this giant map. I just give me fucking levels. Let me play through. Let me run down corridors, shoot aliens, save the world. That's what I want from Halo. And instead, now we're going to be running through wide open forests and shit for no fucking reason. I don't know. If it's good, then hey, prove me wrong. But being that it's 343, and they're trying to make an open world Halo game, and they're gonna, if it's not, you know, if it doesn't hit perfectly, they are gonna get torn apart for it, and they deserve to. And frankly, if it doesn't hit perfectly, I kind of hope that Microsoft just like either either completely takes away the Halo franchise from 343 and gives it to a new developer, or just like just goes and cleans house at 343 and just like rebuilds it from the ground up. I don't know how much it's owned by Microsoft. I would assume it entirely is. So I would assume they would have the power to do that, but I don't know. It's just Halo 4 was good. It was cool. I liked the weapons. I did not like the new enemies. The Prometheans are a stupid enemy, and I don't like them at all, and they suck to fight. I'm not like, oh, you know, they're difficult. Like, no, they just suck. They're annoying. You know, like, yes, they are more difficult, but they're just annoying and frustrating to fight at every turn. Like, the Knights just suck. And then Halo 5, I didn't hate Halo 5, but also I only played through it once, and then I have not touched it since then, so admittedly, I haven't done that with 4 either. Like the other Halos I've played through at least a couple times, right? Again, for 5, I don't know. I liked it. It was okay, but like also, I totally understand that like everything about the marketing with it had nothing to do with what the actual game ended up being. You know, all the marketing was set up to be Locke versus Chief, and then they have one fist fight an hour into the game, and then they don't even really interact ever again. You know? So, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a perfect game, but at least if it was like the classic, you know, level structures and stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, well, you know what? It's not fantastic, it's not spectacular, it's nothing original, but it's more Halo, and that's fine, because even when Halo isn't great, like even with Halo 4, as much as I didn't like fighting Prometheans, it was still Halo, it was still fun. I wouldn't go back to, you know, I'm not super interested in going back to Halo 4, but like, I would play Halo 4 for the first time again, even knowing that I wouldn't like some of the enemies, you know, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I don't know, that's the thing, like, with the classic structure, because, like, that's what I want from a first-person shooter nowadays. I want levels. I want to move through an area with some guiding. You know, you can have little bits of side paths and stuff, so you can flank and things like that, but, like, I don't want to run around in another fucking open world. I don't. It's so goddamn played out. Like, I really, I absolutely loved and adored and just, you know, appreciate, I guess, Far Cry 3. But also, Far Cry 3 may well have just, like, destroyed the fucking first-person shooter franchise, or, genre at this point. And, like, every genre at this point, because every fucking game has decided that it needs to be this crazy open-world thing, and, like, they don't need to be. You know? I really, like, again, I love Far Cry 3, and it didn't do anything wrong. In fact, if anything, it did everything too well, and it made every fucking company decide that's how they need to make their games. I get it's not entirely Far Cry 3's fault either, but, like, I really do blame it for a lot of this shit. Especially with Ubisoft. The amount of open world nonsense with Ubisoft is insane. Like, even fucking racing games from them now with, like, The Crew. Hey, welcome back, Kasai. But yeah, like, even, like, with The Crew, they had, like, the towers and stuff that you had to collect to reveal the maps. Like, what the hell are we doing here? I don't want that from Halo. And that's what they're doing, and it better hit. I don't know. I'm very worried that's not going to be fun. You have both shinies now? That's awesome, dude. Congrats on that. I'm glad that I was able to help you do that. So yeah, as you can see, we've not really made any progress here. Not that I expected to, but nonetheless. But yeah, I'm just rambling about upcoming games and stuff because, well, we're Oh, wow, we're actually about at the end here. So yeah, I'll do one more set after this. That's just because I was going to wrap up at 3 hours, and we are at exactly 3 hours. Wow, 3 hours and 14 seconds. It's not exact, but we're right at the end of my stream for the night, actually, unfortunately. But I'll do one more set of these after this. So that'll put me over 200 at least. What will I hunt after this? I don't know. I wasn't even planning on doing these Reggies for a very long time, and then that's just kind of how it worked out. I'm thinking I'm going to be alternating between doing the hunting for Registeel and hunting for stuff in the Dynamax adventures. So like first up will be Suicune. But then with how fast those can be, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll probably be alternating between those just to kind of keep my sanity, because this isn't too bad, being that I get to actually like fight the Registeels a little bit, but in order to keep my sanity, it'd be nice to switch it up with some other stuff a little bit. So yeah, pretty much this, and then whatever I can do in Dynamax Adventures, but starting with Suicune there. And then after I get this one for like my next encounter or next stuff outside of Dynamax Adventures, we'll probably do Reggie Ice. Because since I'm starting these Reggies, I would like to just let's just knock them out. That way I don't ever have to think about it again. And then I have no idea, honestly, when I'll get back to my next, my usual 8 breeding hunt. And what that will even be, because... yeah, I don't know, I wasn't actually planning on doing one for a little while anyways, so... even besides, like, my kind of snap decision to start working on the Reggies. Gardevoir? Gardevoir's a good one. Yeah, I like Gardevoir shiny. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not just like they turn the Pokemon green, so I mean anything past that, or like Garchomp or Gengar, the ones where they're like barely... actually, speaking of, Regice is a fantastic example of a terrible shiny, because it doesn't look any different. Yeah, Gardevoir's good. And the nice thing is, if you have any interest in getting Gallade shiny as well, you can just kind of... you can probably, you know, if you get like a male one first, you can get your Gallade and Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp, I mean, Slacking's another example. I didn't even know about that, but I randomly got one in a mystery trade on Pokemon Home. Shiny Slacking, that is. But yeah, I mean, there's some not good shinies. And then stuff where they just like turn the Pokemon yellow, or like a slightly, or you know, not even slightly different shade, but just like they tint it. So stuff like Taurus is another one I brought up earlier that was just like, just terrible. Pikachu, yeah, Pikachu's not great. The only like good green shiny I think is like, I like Espeon shiny I like. But I know a lot of people don't like it because it's just, again, it's another green Pokemon. But at least with the Espeon, it's like, oh, well, it kind of looks like an alien, so that's cool. Or, Skizor. Yeah, I mean, because, like, Skizor's another green one where it's like, well, it makes sense, right? Because Scyther is green. Yeah, or like oh, there we go. Once again, another 50 attempts in, and I did that again. But it sucks that the Galarian versions of the legendary birds with the Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are shiny locked, because God, I really want my shiny Galarian Zapdos. Mostly just because it looks like a Chocobo, but you know. But yeah, actually, you know what? Shiny Moltres is another example. And I'm not sure about Galarian. I think Galarian Moltres just looks like normal. The shiny Galarian Moltres looks like normal, not shiny Moltres. But the shiny form of the Cantonian Moltres is like, eh. Going to get the tribes. Yes, get your shiny. I guess it depending on how you want to do your shiny hunt, but if you're gonna definitely get your shiny charm, and then if you're gonna do encounters, then get the catching charm, and if you're gonna do eggs, then get the oval charm, or just get both those charms, because I mean it's not hard to get either of those. In fact, catching charm you get without really doing anything, and oval charm you just have to battle the developer dude, but like. If you've beaten the game, then you probably can beat him. If not, it's just a little bit of grinding to do it. Or use that, you know what, never mind. Just use that shiny Zamazenta and Zacian, and you'll get it pretty easily, because they're both level 100. Go and use Ditto. Okay, so you're going to breed for it then. It's definitely the best way if you don't want to worry about accidentally knocking it out. That's something I'm terrified of doing this, because I'm so worried about just like autopiloting mentally and just like the shiny spawns and then I close combat it. And yeah, I'm very worried about doing that. But yeah, definitely get the shiny charm if you're gonna breed. And also is your Ditto a different language from if your Ditto is a different language from the version you're playing, or the other Pokemon that you're breeding with it, that helps your shiny rate too. It's Japanese? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't specifically have to be Japanese, but most people go with that because, like, if you're an English player, then usually that's like Japanese is kind of the easiest one to get one of, because that's like the biggest player base outside of English. I would assume anyways. It might even be bigger than the English player base for all I know. You gonna be hunting all night? I'm not sure what the, how quickly eggs for Gardevoir hatch. But you might get it. I mean, yeah, once you have your charm, because it's 1 in 512 with all the, stuff for it. So, I mean, it might take more than one night. It might take a couple of nights, but you'll definitely get it quickly enough. I really wish they hadn't made the shiny rate for encounters so weird. Like, I'm fine with it being higher than breeding, but the fact that it's like, oh, you have a chance of getting a higher shiny chance is just like, just boosts the rate overall. I don't know. I just think it's really dumb how they did that. It also doesn't help that the boost is minuscule. Okay, so 206 in, we're out of moves, so that's the end of that set. I'm gonna call it a stream there. It's midnight for me. I've been streaming for like 3 hours, and I worked all day before this, so I'm a little tired. And I still have things to do after this, so I'm gonna call it a night. thanks for coming to the stream, Kasai. Thank anyone else who came in and watched, any of that good stuff. Yeah, so no stream tomorrow. But stream same time as this started, 9 p.m. for me, Mountain Standard Time, whatever that is for you. We'll be streaming on Sunday. That's the day, yes. And there'll just be more of this because until the new Pokemon games come out, I don't really have much else to do. So yeah, thank you everyone who watched, and I'll see you next time.